Hello, listeners. Thank you for tuning in to QRZR, the Razor's Edge, with, well, I guess still technically with Buzz Thunderknuckle. He is still missing. We have gone several weeks, a fortnight, dare I say, without having really only the slightest communication with him. We had a weird, ethereal ad he read last week.
I'm worried sick.
I could tell. Your clothes has gotten smaller, but yet you haven't gotten bigger or anything.
Yeah, well, I've been washing them out of anxiety.
Oh, that's what
over
it is.
and over and over.
You're gonna fade your clothes too fast, Miguelito.
Sorry, I can't. I'm really upset. So he called in, and I've been listening to that message over and over, trying to pick out the. I think there's a code in there.
Really? Okay.
But we'll get to that later.
Well, yeah, to me it just sounded like ramblings of someone who is gone forever.
Interesting.
And we shouldn't even try anymore.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Also, I'm Neil Thunderknuckle, your new host for QRZR, the Razor's Edge with Buzz Thunderknuckle. Again, I'm Neil Thunderknuckle.
Buzz's cousin?
Buzz's cousin. We share lineage.
You guys look very similar.
Yes, both of our mothers are twins.
I love both of them.
Have you met my mother?
They both have come in before to yell at Buzz.
Mama
for money.
came in?
For money, yeah. They came for money, yeah.
Huh.
Well, Buzz owes them both so much money.
That's a very classic Buzz.
Why he's gone, I don't know.
Oh, maybe he's running from Mama. Anyway, so
you still call her Mama, huh?
Till the day she dies.
Right.
Then who knows what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. I literally have no idea.
Listeners, feel free to call in with anything that's on your beautiful mind. You can give us a call anytime in the next hour at 312-313-0582.
Give us a call. We're watching the phone lines.
We're watching the phone lines very intently. We have the red phone here right by us. We're hoping it flashes today. That means that would be good news.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about my week.
Yeah, tell me what's going on.
So I went to this pet shop to buy some cat food. You know, I've been working my way up to buy a cat.
Oh.
Yeah. So I want to make sure I have all the accoutrement before I actually get a living creature.
So you're moving in.
To Bristolburg?
Yeah, you're moving.
Oh, yes. I have already I hired some movers from where I'm from to pack up all my stuff, and it's
setting down a plot here, huh?
I'm setting down my roots. Because as we know, QRZR, the Razor's Edge, with Buzz Thunderknuckle needs a new host, and that new host is me, Neil Thunderknuckle.
For now.
I'm in it for the long haul.
For now.
No, well, I mean, if you recall the message, it sounded like he was in some sort of maelstrom which there is no returning from.
It's possible, or he was stuck under some floorboards, which has happened before. He got stuck under there.
I remember when we were kids. He would always come over, and then he would get stuck.
He'll find the loose board in any house, always, and he'll crawl his way in, claw his way in, like a little mouse, and then he will wait for somebody to find him. And very often, somebody will not find him.
Yeah,
and then he'll have to scream.
And it's a big ordeal. We would have to call the police.
Mm-hmm.
He loves crawling into wall space as well.
Really was upsetting. Speaking
of the police, we got a big get today.
This is a guest of mine.
Yeah, you did the booking.
I did the booking.
Honestly, I was a little offended.
Oh, I mean, okay, I got a couple of years on you here. All right, I got a couple of years on the show. I hate to pull rank. But
you may have more experience here, but I feel like I have more experience in the radio realm in general before I got banned.
But who's been banned?
Listen, it takes two to ban.
It does? Okay,
yeah.
I don't know if that's true. All right.
Okay, so let's see here. Let me look at my notes. Wow, okay, it just says McGarnacle.
McGarnacle, that's right.
Okay,
Detective McGarnacle, formerly of the NYPD.
Oh, a transplant.
A transplant. I've come here.
Can you still call yourself detective, even though?
Yeah, if you're
Who's gonna stop me?
That's true.
The
cops.
The Justice Department.
Well, welcome to the show, McGarnacle.
Welcome, McGarnacle.
Thank you very much.
So you always just wear your badge on your lapel like that, huh?
Yeah, I took it with me. Keeps people in line a little bit when they see that badge.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, so you okay?
Throwing your weight around. I like that.
You gotta.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You need to have respect. That's what it's all about. Respecting your police force.
Is that what it's all about?
That's what it's all about.
I've noticed that Bristleburg has no officially sanctioned police force.
Yeah, I don't even know how they do it. It's like a volunteer, I believe.
Okay, because I've been reading a lot of the newsletters.
Yeah.
And they talk a lot about this night patrol.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They came in one time and they caused they broke everything. So, yeah.
Okay. So, what Detective McGarnagle, and first off, is it okay if I just call you McGarnagle?
Fine. Very fine.
Okay. McGarnagle, how do you feel about moving to Bristolburg? How long have you lived here?
Just about 6 months now. I'm getting used to it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
Interested in having no real police force.
Okay.
But you got me.
Could be helpful, actually, to have somebody with some knowledge around.
That's me.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you already have plans to sort of co-opt any self-policing agency that exists here in Bristleburg?
I don't need anybody but me to do a job. Maybe I'll hire some rookie around the town or something, but basically it's going to be me because I know what I'm doing.
Would it just be a rookie of any sort? I mean, there's no police force, so there would be no police rookie.
No police rookie, just somebody I find who I know I can train to do things my way.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So you'll create the rookie out of nothing.
That's right.
Interesting. Just out of curiosity, what's your success rate in cases?
I don't know. It's huge. I don't remember ever having a case I couldn't solve.
Oh, so 100%?
Pretty close.
Wow.
Pretty damn close.
That's impressive.
Wow, yeah.
So
Some of them got off on technicalities after I arrested them. But I got them all.
I'm afraid to ask what got you kicked off the NYPD.
Yeah.
But,
It seems like you were a powerhouse in the
that's what
NYPD
I'm
police
saying.
force.
Putting them
Yeah,
away.
that's the problem. You're a powerhouse. Everybody's out to get you.
Who?
Everybody's jealous.
Who?
So they find little nitpicking.
Who let us out?
The mayor, the captain. They were all after me because they were jealous of my success. They all wanted to nitpick everything I did.
Details
Finally,
are not
I
important.
got tired of it, and I left.
I like this guy.
Wow.
He's really kicking everything out. Yes.
Wow, so you got tired.
He's going to get to the bottom. I mean, he's going to just we're going to have a good show.
Okay.
He's going to have a good show.
Well, yeah. Well, remember, you're not. You're just really just a guy right now, McGarnagle.
I'm a garnacle. I'm never just a guy.
Well, you have no real authority right now, so. Yeah. And,
Just wait and see.
Look, don't disrespect the guy.
Oh,
I mean, come on.
well, I'm just.
You're liable to find out at some point how much authority I've got,
Well, I'm more concerned about finding out about McGarnagle, not Detective McGarnagle.
Yeah,
Ask away. That's why I'm here.
What made you go into your line of business?
My grandfather was a cop.
Oh.
My dad was a cop. And therefore, I was a cop. It's what we do in my family.
Do you have any siblings?
I got a brother. I don't talk about him much, He didn't become a cop. So
it's not really.
Yeah, so it's not really a family thing.
it's a fair, yeah. Well,
You
there's
just
a
know
black
two
sheep
people.
in every family. You know that.
Okay. So it's more.
How do you feel about your brother?
I have no siblings. I wish I
Or your
did.
cousin?
Oh, Buzz, I hate him so much.
Yeah, I got that.
You hate Buzz?
I mean, yes.
I didn't know you hated Buzz.
Oh, since we were children.
Wow.
He would always be such a showman, and
Showman.
yes, he would always attract all the attention.
Wow.
I had so many reports to give that I would beg my mother to say at family gatherings. But Buzz, if you weren't crawling in the walls, if you weren't trying to jump on the trampoline to get on the roof, if he wasn't making these crazy conspiracy theories and getting all the attention.
And now he's missing, and you hate him. That's interesting.
Well, I've hated him since before he went missing. So
Yeah.
the best thing
yeah.
he's ever done is go missing. because that gave me the opportunity to come right back in, fill his shoes, and get back on the radio where I belong.
So you could actually say his going missing was a big break for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally the break I've been praying for.
Of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Well, second chances for everybody, huh?
Everybody gets a second chance.
Especially good people.
They get the most chances.
Who don't sin.
Yeah.
Wonder if Buzz will ever get a second chance.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if he will.
Well, he's had plenty of chances. Okay, let's not forget his little stint in juvie.
Okay. Yeah. We also got that 30-second delay.
Oh, yeah. Let's not even bring up 9/11.
Yeah, don't bring up 9/11.
How do you... Detective McGarnagle, where were you on 9/11, 2001?
9/11, 2001. Got up that morning, turned on the radio, heard about it, and I was down there at the point where it all happened. I was the first responder.
Wow.
Wow, a first responder. McGarnagle
was there.
First responder.
Yeah, I was there.
Amazing.
Wow. How have you had any adverse health effects?
My health has always been perfect.
Oh, wow.
And it remains perfect.
Also, are you telling me that all those other first responders who got several diseases and cancers and respiratory problems, are they not as tough as you, McGarnagle? Is that what you're saying?
Nobody's as tough as I am.
So
But you don't say bad things about them either.
Yeah,
They worked hard.
That's an unfair question.
Yeah.
Unfair question.
Okay?
I'm just laying out the facts.
Yeah.
From
Not everybody's McGarnagle.
All right, let's stop talking. Okay, 9/11. We're gonna get canceled again. This is keep treading on thin ice.
McGarnagle, what made you? Well, you already talked about why you left New York, but why did you not decide to pursue a police career at that point? It seems like you came to Bristleburg, the most cavalier, coolest town in town.
Yeah, look it. I've been a cop for 30 years. I figured
How old are you?
old enough to know better. Okay?
Then what?
You don't need my age. That says nothing to do with anything. I get people my age, they get focused on that. Focus on me instead, okay?
Very, very good point. Very good point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Now, I come to Bristolburg because they have no cops. So I figure they need one. Now they got one.
Yeah, right. All coincidence. He's just here on coincidence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can put it that way.
Okay. Wow. So have you started sort of any detective agency or any sort of have you done any organizing?
A couple of things, yeah.
Oh, okay. On your own or sort of some sort of larger organization, maybe like a...
Well, somebody asked me to look into something, to be honest about it.
Oh.
Yeah. Who would that be?
Yeah, who's that?
No, nobody here, right?
I can't talk about my clients. That's private and confidential.
Client privilege.
Right, Miguelito?
Miguelito, do you have something to say about this?
Detective client privilege is what I think that's called.
Okay.
Well, let's get the spotlight off of me for a second.
Sure. We just flashed it on you just a second ago.
I think that McGarnagle might know a little bit something about you, Neil.
Oh.
Yeah, I know a few things about Neil.
Really?
Just an inkling.
Yeah.
I'm used to being the interviewer and not the interviewee.
As you said, you've hated Buzz your whole life,
I don't think
haven't
this is
you?
an interview.
What was it?
You hated Buzz your whole life, haven't you?
Yes, I.
Answer the question.
It's been on my blog for decades.
Starts with an I, is what this is.
And you got a huge benefit from Buzz disappearing, didn't you?
Sure.
So, if you were looking for a suspect with Buzz gone, where would you start?
I would probably start in his home.
In his home, but who would be your top suspect?
Numero uno, I'd say.
Maybe, listen, I don't know what kind of trash Buzz hangs around with. I'm assuming, are you...
You shouldn't talk that way about yourself, you know.
Detective McGarnagle.
We don't know that you're trash yet.
I know what I am. And
yeah, you might be trash.
If you are sitting here accusing Buzz's, dare I say, best friend, Miguelito here, of doing any untoward actions towards Buzz.
I haven't accused
I will not stand for this.
Nobody yet. Nobody
Miguelito
yet.
here is Buzz's best friend, producer, co-host for what seems like forever.
And seems to be a really fine gentleman as far as I can tell.
Thank you.
One of the unexpected joys of having to come to Bristleburg, put on these cans, and take over this radio show has been knowing Miguelito and having a special bond with him 1 hour every week.
If only I could say those are the only cans you've touched since you've been here.
But you know,
well, are you talking about your collection?
Just saying, it's sort of an HR nightmare around here since you've started.
Yeah, well, that's an issue we can get into too. I've heard about that.
Really?
Really?
Listen,
Buzz didn't like that, you know. Buzz was very unhappy about that.
I wouldn't get too good. Buzz has his own problems.
He has his own problems, but he was never happy with yours. You know, I went to Buzz's home. We were talking about
okay,
that.
good.
Yeah.
That's where I would have started.
Tell us about your childhood with Buzz.
Oh, well, we both come from a very affluent family. I stayed more in line with the family values. He was a little more of a recluse.
Reckless, so he hid away by himself.
Yes, I would say he always he followed the whims of the wind. I would say.
Was he also reckless?
He was reckless. He was wrecked often.
Often wrecked.
Wow. With alcohol.
Wow.
He would always wear sunglasses and carry around surfboards.
I think he wears sunglasses 100% of the time. So
in the studio?
Oh yeah.
Even?
Constantly.
Now that is McGarnacle, if you saw someone in the middle of the night wearing sunglasses, what would you think?
I'd think he had something to hide.
Exactly.
Just like maybe someone who got success because he went missing.
I was already successful. I just wasn't on the radio. Have I not mentioned I'm independently wealthy?
Independently wealthy. Well, there's more things to the world than wealth, isn't there?
Don't I know that?
Don't you
the
know
radio.
It? Don't you know it?
I've talked to your friends. Your life's ambition has been to be on the radio.
I know.
You resented how much Buzz was on the radio.
Well, to be fair, we were both on the radio for a while, except that I got banned.
You got banned, and you were not happy.
I was very unhappy.
Very. Where were you 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago. Well, 3 weeks ago.
Before you miraculously showed up at this studio.
Miraculously.
3 weeks ago, I believe I was at home. It was a Monday. I was just putting down my Sunday crossword puzzle, finishing it up.
You put it on the floor? On the floor?
Well, no, I have tables. I put it on the table.
Oh, you have tables. Okay.
Yeah, I have tables. Oh, yes. Have I not mentioned I'm independently wealthy? I have tables.
Yeah, we have one, and it's full. So.
I could tell. Yes, so then...
And you got a cell phone, too, don't you?
I do have a cellular telephone.
And you made a call to Buzz the day he went missing, didn't you?
Did you make a call to Buzz the day he went missing?
I got your records. Don't worry, I know the answers to these questions. I just want to see how you're going to answer them. So any lies you tell me won't help you.
3 weeks ago seems like such a long time.
To be fair, I haven't seen those records, so I don't know. Also, I called you on the day Buzz disappeared, so that was...
Oh, yeah. Are you just thinking of when Miguelito called me?
I got that call, too. Don't worry, that's different.
Yeah, I called you.
So, how did you get those records? How did you get my phone records? This is the problem.
Look, I'm an ex-cop. I know how to get these things.
No, I know. So, it sounds like you did it illegally.
Legal, illegal. It don't make a difference. I do what my client needs. Okay?
I think there's...
Listen,
it's not as illegal as getting rid of
everything on the table. I hired Mr. McGarnagle.
Miguelito.
To figure out where Buzz went. I didn't know where his investigation was going to take him. I had no idea.
You didn't You decided
it's
not.
It's all out on the table now, isn't it?
I just
it is.
wanted
It's
to
on this
know.
very crowded table.
It's full of things.
A very crowded table.
If you have anything else to put on the table, put it on the floor.
I don't think this table could handle any more things. Do we have a caller? Callers?
No, we don't.
Listeners, please call in. I don't know.
Yeah, you're talking.
I'm a little flustered.
You're talking to nobody.
You ought to be flustered.
Well, listeners, 312-313-0582. I feel 100% bamboozled, run amok. Plymouth Rock didn't land on me. We landed on it.
Well, this is a good opportunity for you to do an ad for us because we got to fill the ad space or we're going to be shut down.
Fine, good, yes. I need a breather real fast.
Break. You need a breather. Okay, we're gonna do this ad for.
Okay, let's do this ad.
First, spring shoes. Shoes from spring.
Shoes from Spring Shoes. Shoes. Ever get tired of walking and touching the pavement? Spring shoes. Next time you take a step, spring to the future. Spring shoes. When you wear them, you can go wherever you want to go.
We got that promo code there too.
Ah, yes. Go to springshoes.force and
you don't have to say the dot.
Which dot? The beginning dot or the last dot?
None of them.
None of the dots?
Don't say it.
Okay. Go to www.springshoesforcenet.
That's right.
And you enter the promo code 911 Inside Job.
Oh, boy.
On any purchase more than $69, and you will receive free shipping and a free gift. Adults only.
Buzz has a significant amount of stock in that company, so he told them which
promo code to use.
Yeah, forgot about that.
They're good shoes. I wear myself.
You wear spring shoes?
You wear spring shoes?
I wear spring shoes. They're good stuff.
Ah.
I hear they're.
And you chose not to reveal that beforehand.
What's the reveal? It's not like you got rid of maybe the host that was on the show before you were. I mean, that's not something I did do.
I mean, he called in last week doing an ad.
Call in, that could have been recorded, couldn't it?
I mean, wait, so you had no idea that Buzz called in? Do we have a caller, Miguelito?
No, we're just online. Ready for calls.
Okay, callers 312-313-0582, and come to Neil Thunder Knuckles' defense as he's being totally ransacked. Persecuted. Thank you, Miguelito.
Just stating facts.
He's just telling the truth.
If they bother you, well,
listen, we want
maybe
to get
they ought
to the truth of the matter.
And why do we need to get to the truth, okay?
Why do we need to get to the truth?
Yeah.
Because the truth will set you free.
It's also out
That's
there.
why.
And you can't handle it.
And you can't handle it.
That's true. You can't handle it.
Let me go back to something McGarnacle said.
Who's on trial here?
I'm about to flip the table. I'm
gonna
about to flip
try.
this very heavy table.
We need the table. Everything's on it.
Okay, well, I might just move seats and have us change positions then instead of flipping the table.
That would be great. Better than the flipping.
You mentioned what's the difference between legal and illegal. Correct, McGarnacle? Did you not say that?
I said you do what you need to do
to
get the criminals you need to get.
And
that's what I said.
And you also said before that, what's the difference between illegal and illegal?
I don't remember the exact words. I'll take
Miguelito, could we go back to the tape?
We could try. I don't know how long ago it was.
I said that what's the difference between legal and illegal? It's the same. It doesn't matter. It's about getting.
As you could hear from that tape, McGarnacle, you said, "What's the difference between legal and illegal?" Everything is a shade of gray. Sometimes coincidences simply seem more nefarious than they are.
And sometimes they lead to the actual perpetrator of the crime.
The perp. They call them perps.
Is that
Perps, that's
true?
right.
They call them perps?
I heard that on a TV show. Yeah.
Did you know Tamerlane, great, notorious leader of men, destroyer of worlds?
Who's this? Is a friend of yours?
He's a friend.
Yeah, he's some kind of friend of yours.
Friend of history.
Friend of the show.
He might have called in the past.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Pepperoni Tony, actually.
Pepperoni Tony.
Pepperoni Tony, if you're listening, I could really use your help right now.
Definitely a perp.
Tamerlane, when he was buried in Kyrgyzstan.
Ooh.
Back in the 14th century.
Where's that?
It's in Asia somewhere.
We ain't talking about the 14th century. Talking about the 21st century.
Well, we are talking about the 14th century.
We are talking about this.
You are.
Yeah.
I ain't.
When he was buried, his tombstone read, "Beware, he who disturbs my grave will unleash a terrible reckoning." Joseph Stalin had a bunch of archaeologists dig up that grave of his.
Did you say that memorized?
I thought these were just facts we all learned in school. Oh, again, I'm independently wealthy, so I probably went to a different school than you did.
Probably read more than we do, Mr. Rich guy.
Yeah, but I don't call it reading.
What do you call it?
I don't think you're rich enough to know what we call it.
What? There's some secret version of reading?
Let me see your taxes, and then I'll...
He calls it evading the facts. That's what I call it.
Wait, what are taxes?
McGarnacle, what do you feel about that? Do you deal with tax law?
Right now, I'm dealing with one crime at a time.
Wait, yeah, you're on the hot seat, buddy.
Then you're on deck.
You can't make up a thing and then say I didn't do it, all right?
I'm not even done with it.
Never even heard of taxes.
I ain't with the IRS.
Yeah, he's not with the...
You're not with anybody from what I could tell.
Wait, are those the Irish guys who blew up cars?
I'm with my clients. My client wants to know what happened to Buzz.
Yeah, he knows where the money comes from. So, by the way, I'll pay that bill at some point. I promise you. It's coming.
Yeah, it's gotta be a little soon, okay?
So it's in the mail. It's in the mail.
Yeah.
Oh, so I see what it is. It's not about the truth. It's about money.
I hired him to get to the truth of the matter.
How were you going to pay him?
Why don't you just tell us what? Just tell us what happened.
So Stalin had a bunch of his archaeologists go to his grave.
Talking about taxes again.
They dug up Tamerlane's skull, and you know what happened the very next day?
What?
Fascist Nazi Germany invaded Russia, invaded the USSR. For the next 4 years, terrible war. The USSR lost more than 26 million people.
Just because they dug up that guy's skull?
Because they dug up that guy's skull.
So you're saying leave the past buried?
It means sometimes coincidences are coincidences because Stalin ordered the skull put back, and within days, the Soviets repelled the Nazi invasion and led to the downfall. Also, the Soviets do not get enough credit for World War II.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but what I do know is that it sounds like that skull was directly related to this war.
Exactly. Or was it? Do you believe in curses?
Certainly.
Well,
like
you live in Bristolburg, though.
Yeah, it was directly related.
It sounds like somebody's trying to tell me to lay off. Nobody tells me to lay off.
Is that the message you got from that?
No captain, no mayor.
Yeah, why don't you stop threatening? Stop threatening my guy I hired.
That's the message I got. I shouldn't go into buried things.
Yeah.
So are you saying you buried Buzz?
He did sound like he was coming from underground when he called.
It did sound that way.
Yeah.
I was just as surprised that he was able to call in.
I will admit he did seem genuinely surprised, but you've been doing community theater since you got off the radio, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've been doing it since the late 90s, community theater.
Yeah, that's when it all happened for Neil.
So much of my life happened in the late 90s.
Between 96 and
like 2000.
And just when 2000, right when the ball dropped.
Yeah, right when Y2K was coming.
Oh, did I happen to mention, too, that the last time anybody saw Buzz, he was wearing a blue blazer.
Ooh.
You know what I found in your place?
What? What
did you find in my place?
A blue blazer.
Did you bring it?
Exactly.
Did you bring it? It's right here.
It's right here.
Yes.
This was Buzz's blue
That's
blazer.
a blue. There is.
And this was in your house.
Listen, we know that you and Buzz are different sizes significantly.
Yeah.
If this blazer doesn't fit you,
But it would fit Buzz.
Here, okay, look. Listen, let me.
if the blazer fits, we cannot acquit.
Quit.
In order to not tamper with it, I'm going to put on the smaller, tighter blazer first.
No, I've seen this.
And then I'll put on this blazer.
No, you cannot put on a second blazer.
Okay. Listen, I need to keep that pure.
That's clearly, I actually have never seen that, and clearly that's a bad idea. Clearly it would just not fit even more.
I don't know.
Maybe that would make it fit.
Maybe I should just put it on.
What
and
if
then we could all finally see if this blazer fits
me. If you put it on and it fits, then we know it's not Buzz's blazer. And and then Buzz wasn't in your place.
Something
it's your
tells
blazer.
me you've been trying to put on Buzz's stuff for quite a while.
Were you dressing up as Buzz?
Wait, listen. A blue blazer is one of the most common attires you will ever find in any man's wardrobe. A blue blazer?
I don't know about that.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't have one.
You might as well.
Do you have one?
I don't have one.
Miguelito, when was the last time you left this radio station? When was the last time you were home?
I was very, very small. A baby.
That must have been. I hope we could talk about ages again, but.
I was a baby. 6 years old. I left. And then I came back in, and I had a growth spurt between July and August of that year.
Was it the late 90s?
It was the late 90s. Well, no, that would have, yeah, early 90s.
Early
into the late 90s.
Okay.
Maybe I was 12. Anyway. And I never left after that. Couldn't leave. Got too large.
McGarnacle, if I were to go into your presumably home, do you have a home?
You would never go in my home.
Presumed home? What do you mean?
My presumed home.
I don't know your...
First of all, you'd have no reason to go into my home because I've never done anything wrong.
What if somebody hired me to investigate you, McGarnacle? Would I be allowed to just go into your home? If somebody paid me money?
You never get through the booby traps,
oh,
let me tell you.
He's got you on the booby traps.
That sounds like a threat. But now I'm aware of these booby traps.
You'll never find them.
A threat?
They're set up so you never suspect them.
Yeah, no trespassing.
Listen, I have some Vietnamese friends.
Yeah.
Wow. You're going through the history books today.
Yeah. I told you, when you're rich, you're smart.
Yeah, you do that thing.
I do that thing you don't know about.
I'm not allowed to know about.
That you're not.
Is it watching movies? Is it watching movies?
It's sort of a combination of. Have you ever seen the movie Batman Forever?
The late 90s, yeah.
Yes.
Late 90s
with
movie.
the Jim Carrey vehicle.
Yeah, I remember.
That thing the thing that the Riddler invents that's sort of like TV, but you hook it to your brain.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like that, but then there's a little bit more secret to it.
There's more secrets.
Yeah, but that's the gist of it.
That's
so it's like reading and watching television.
I understand. And now I want to do it.
Well, pick yourself up by those bootstraps, friend.
Gotta work hard.
The other thing we found in your house.
Wait, listen. If we went to your house, do you live in a house, McGarnacle? An apartment?
Of course I live in a house.
Who's to say? Who's to say?
Well, I mean, I think he would be the one to say.
Okay, so you do live in a house.
Of course I live in a house.
If I were to go into your closet, are you telling me...
You would go in my closet to be the last closet you ever went into.
Okay, we get it. You're tough. If anyone were to go into your closet, would one find a blue blazer?
No.
No.
Don't wear blue blazers.
What do you have against blue blazers? The most practical of all
I ain't got
attires.
nothing against blue blazers. But I have something against people who happen to have blue blazers in their apartment of someone who's missing.
It's not even your blue blazer.
Well, I haven't tried it on yet. We were still on the fence about that.
No, nobody's on the fence. We want you to try it on.
Go
Okay.
ahead, try it on.
All right.
Are you afraid to try it on?
No, let me just make sure this smaller blazer
Do not
is on totally
take,
first.
Where did you get that smaller blazer?
I always carry it with me. I never know
You cannot-
when I need a small, tight blazer.
If you put a blazer over a blazer, it's obviously gonna fit because it's gonna be too large for you if you don't wear the smaller blazer, and then it's gonna be like, oh, this is the right blazer.
You'll make it look like it fits when it don't.
Fine.
Exactly.
Fine. I'll take off.
Something in the late '90s taught you that, didn't it?
Mid to late '90s.
Mid to late '90s.
Yeah, I learned a few things.
You learned something.
Us rich folks got to stick together.
You should learn you never get away with a crime.
Yeah, who's the friend that taught you that?
Never.
What was his name?
A good friend of mine who actually did get away with a crime.
Oh, wow. So you have a good friend who got away with a very
good friend.
high profile crime.
That's right.
And he spent a lot of time in jail, didn't he?
No, he eventually did for other reasons.
Very little, yeah.
He catches up to you.
Well, he got away with a very big crime for a very long time, and I would say it's his hubris that put him away in the end.
You call that hubris?
It's what puts every criminal away. They all think they're smart. They all think they're gonna get away with it, and eventually it catches up to them.
Yeah, just like what's that guy?
What's his name?
Not Steve Bezos.
Steve Bezos.
The other guy.
Buzz Thunderknuckle.
Just like Buzz Thunderknuckle.
Just like
exactly.
Buzz Thunderknuckle.
All right, so you're obviously not gonna try on the blazer because you're afraid.
Do you want me to try on?
On the blazer.
He's afraid to try on.
I'll do it if it'll shut you up. But I just want to let you know. Ever since I moved into Bristleburg a couple weeks ago, my weight has been going up and down.
I see.
I've been going
already.
over to that.
I suppose your height's been going up and down too.
Yeah.
You know what? It actually has when I go over by the distortion pond.
Oh yeah, that thing will really mess you up.
Right?
Yeah.
I was
the magnet, the big magnet. If you sleep over there, yeesh.
Oh, I have not slept near the big
magnet. You're gonna wake up thinner and taller than you ever were before.
Yeah, but he hasn't slept near the big magnet.
Hey, did you sleep near the big magnet?
He just admitted it. So
no, I don't think I have.
No
I have.
Excuse.
Yeah, no excuse.
Well, I didn't sleep near the big magnet, but I went near the distortion pond.
I love how hard he's riding you right now. You are getting it.
Listen, don't let all this sweating.
Yeah, you wanna tie him up and give him give him something to think about.
I'd
what do you
like
want to do?
To tie him up.
We got no rules in this town, so we can just tie him up.
No, we have the rule of blood. Okay.
And what might that be?
You know, the forefathers' blood messages.
Oh yeah.
You know, you don't want to unleash any.
You've been learning a lot about Bristleburg.
I've been reading. This town has so many newsletters.
You've been reading, have you?
I've been, there's not many rich people here in Bristleburg, so I've been lowering myself to reading.
Hey, McGonagall, why don't you show him what you're going to do to him if we tie him up? If I let you alone with him in this room.
If I tied him up, I would walk.
Stop punching that wall.
You don't start with punching.
There's already so many holes in that wall.
I could do that.
He's going to really give it to you.
I could hurt you real
He's going to give it to you.
Please sit down, McGonagall. You're a guest.
Sure. I'm just telling you what I could do.
Or maybe
I didn't say I was gonna do it.
Yeah,
but I could do it.
He could.
All right.
Yeah, you want that? You want some of that? You want a piece?
No. Listen, there's nobody has any proof. This is all just hearsay and conjecture.
Unless you try on the blazer.
I told you I could, but my weight, ever since I came into Bristleburg, I mean, what about you, Megan? You would understand more than anybody about fluctuations in weight and size.
It was one large fluctuation, and it's never changed since. I've actually been on the dot to the decimal, same weight and height since 6 years old, or 12. I can't remember.
Were you born in Bristleburg?
Yes.
You're used to it. This is my first. I've barely been here 2 weeks. I'm still finding my way around. I didn't know anything about this magnet. The
magnet's messed up. Actually, we should check. We should check the magnet for Buzz. He might be there. One time, he filled his pockets with corn nickels.
Corn nickels.
With corn nickels, and he got stuck on the magnet. Because corn nickels are mostly not nickel; they're mostly steel. So.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, they called them corn nickels for no reason at all.
Well, I think they had oh wait, they called Buzz corn nickels. Or they call it corn nickels.
Corn nickels.
Oh.
Well, just the nickel part. Anyway.
What about you, old timer? You know why they're called corn nickels?
I ain't got a clue.
Well, yeah, Buzz was stuck to the magnet one time. I saved. I didn't save him. I got him saved by another guy. Called it in.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the Night Watch guys. So he could be there. We didn't check there.
That's right, McGarnacle. You don't have a clue. Not only about corn nickels, but about this
case.
About
corn nickels, about this case.
He's not on trial. You are.
Why am I on trial? What trial?
This is now a trial.
I thought this was an interview that was slowly turning into an interrogation.
Interrogation for the murder of Buzz Thunderknuckle.
Murder?
Murder!
I have a witness that saw you driving away from your house on the day Buzz disappeared. Saw you put something in the trunk that could have been a body.
Wait, who saw this? Who saw this?
My witnesses. I don't give away their names.
So several people saw me put something into a trunk?
Several people saw you put something into a trunk.
I heard this too.
And drive towards the outskirts of town.
Someone called the hotline last night when we weren't on the show. We weren't up.
Is the hotline number 312-313-0582?
Yeah, if you're listening, please call us in and talk to us about the murder or possible kidnapping of Buzz.
Or the possible, or the definite persecution of your beloved radio host, Neil Thunderknuckle.
Yeah, it's amazing how criminals always say
the seat's not even cold yet, and you are just taking the show.
Do you remember that first week, Miguelito? Where was that?
It was
2
late.
minutes ago.
It was late, but I got it.
But I like that you kept trying. And now you got it on hand.
Now it's ready, just in case.
Yeah, now it's ready.
Another big moment happens.
Miguelito, do you remember what you were doing 2 weeks ago?
Do you
remember that show?
Yes.
I went to the archives and listened to that show.
Yes, so I was here and I was freaking out because Buzz had
100%
just disappeared.
Just gone.
He didn't show up for work, and I had to do the show anyway. We had no guest. We had nobody around. And then a couple of guys busted in.
Yeah, luckily that Night Patrol busted in with that.
Night Patrol busted in with that
tweaker.
Yeah, he was washing his jeans in the river.
Yeah.
And that just, it filled the time, but it certainly was confusing.
It was not a good show.
It was not. No. Well, not for what we typically do, certainly.
Yeah.
But,
so I answered the call. I answered the clarion call. Do we have a real call?
Clean.
Oh.
Don't you think I'd check out the people who hire me?
I don't think you would because they're paying you.
I check out everybody.
How about yourself, McGarnacle?
How about myself?
This one-time officer with 100% success rate over...
Close to it, yeah.
Also not 100%.
Never said nobody's 100%.
Well, you did say that...
I said just about.
Listen, can we play the tape again, Miguelito?
You play
yeah. Here we go.
I said I got just about everybody. Yeah, I do. I'm close to 100%. See?
Oh, okay, I guess that one's muddy.
I did not know that I had this tape recorder recording the show on the side at all times. I didn't even know it was here.
Yeah, otherwise, what else would you do?
Hold on. This tape recorder's been constantly recording.
Wait.
It doesn't seem to have... It's been going.
It's one just giant spool? What are they called?
Yeah, spool.
Spool?
Yeah. It's huge. Look how big it is.
If we went back far enough.
It was under all this stuff on the table.
Is that why that... You got to get... Okay, that would explain why this table is so cluttered.
Yeah, there's a lot of... It was taking
a lot. Most of it
space.
is spool.
It was all spool.
So
we could go back pretty far.
Okay.
And hear what happened.
Well, why don't you just go back a little bit?
Well, I'll be in the studio, though.
Who?
Buzz, would be what Buzz was doing in the studio the night before he disappeared. I'm going to go listen to it right now, and I'll get back to you guys.
Oh, you're not going to play it on the air?
I can't play it on the air because if it implicates Buzz in any way in things that clearly Buzz was probably doing, we would have some real problems.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Fair enough.
Buzz does a lot of illegal stuff, right?
He does do a lot of illegal stuff. He did as a child.
That's good I'm not investigating Buzz right now.
All right, I hit rewind. It's going to take roughly 3 hours to get to the part where I need to get to. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we can. We can stay on the line.
Is somebody on the line?
No.
No.
That's okay. That's okay. I expected this to be... I always start slow and end fast, if you know what I mean.
Don't bring that in here.
Yeah.
Don't bring that in here.
What does that mean?
Filth.
What's filth?
Filth. You rich people and your
insinuations
dirty,
about your
dirty sex parties.
Sex life.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen the movies. Rich people have dirty sex lives.
Oh, here's the thing. We don't have dirty sex lives. We pay poor people to have dirty sex lives for us, okay? We wear masks and the whitest
there's
gowns.
a lot of masks.
Yeah, and we go into the highest priced hotels you can imagine, and we pay garbage to just get naked.
You pay garbage?
We pay garbage people to just have unprotected wild sex. And we pay them in drugs.
And then when you get caught, you commit suicide in prison, right?
Only if they're underage.
Yeah.
Which is only some of the time.
And sometimes it just looks like suicide.
Also that.
Conspiracy theories.
Exactly.
Maybe you should jump on that case.
What kind of person you are.
McGarnacle, I don't know what Miguelito's paying you. How much is he paying you?
Don't tell him.
That's confidential.
Thank you. Asking about how much people pay. Rude.
I've got a client. Nobody says they're going to pay me more to change sides.
That's
right.
It
don't work that way.
He's got morals, and he's got a code that he lives his life by.
I got a code. That's right.
Yeah, he's got
what code is that?
It's like 4 or 5.
Code of justice. That's what it is.
Told me his password earlier.
You gave him passwords?
Yeah.
McGarnacle?
Well, I need to get into his email.
Yeah. Well, couple. Not all.
Just a couple emails?
I like this
you
one.
Want to see a few things,
this one's my new favorite. I'm going to keep that one around for a little while.
McGarnacle, I was just going to suggest, could you not take on maybe 2 cases?
Double book your clients.
What's that guy's name?
You're happy
if they're
with
not
your life.
related, I could take on 2 cases.
Well, what's his name? He just killed himself in jail, supposedly. You know, famous pedophile.
Like you rich sex.
O.J.
guys
Simpson.
Who all like to talk
no,
about sex
he's still alive.
O.J. Simpson.
And no pedophile.
So we know, as far as we know.
Yeah.
Epstein.
Theo Epstein.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Theo
Doesn't he run the Cubs?
Classic pedophile Theo Epstein.
He's running the Cubs.
Into the ground, him and that Trump money.
That's right.
Listen, let me get political for just like a few minutes.
That's fine. This does not take the heat off of you, sir.
You keep seeing me trying to change the subject.
Put on the coat or get the hell out of my life.
I'll put on the coat. Miguelito, don't say that.
He'll never.
I thought we've grown.
I mean,
so fondly.
I like you enough, but I miss Buzz.
What's one good thing about Buzz? I've heard all he does is berate you.
He's just been here for so long.
Yeah, that's called Stockholm syndrome.
He doesn't hold me hot. Well,
you literally can't leave this room.
Well, he says that he can't make a door for me.
Really? You know who can make a door?
Who?
Rich people. We open all sorts of doors.
Would you install a door for me to leave?
I'll pay someone to.
So now you're trying to pay him off, huh?
No, I'm trying to pay him off of this room. So I guess I am trying to pay him off. Literally.
I'm caring less and less about Buzz being gone now. But I have a feeling McGarnacle doesn't care whether I care.
I got a case now, and I don't quit until it's solved.
And he gets his perp.
I get my perp always.
I'm pretty sure there's nothing you could do to make him not think it's you at this point.
Probably would be something. He could try on the coat.
Try on the coat?
And see if it fits.
Does the coat fit?
So if the coat
don't
fits,
we ain't gonna quit.
If the coat...
There's too many negatives in there. Too many negatives.
If the coat don't fit, then we will acquit. If the coat does not fit you, no, then we won't acquit.
Yeah.
That's right. If the coat fits, we acquit.
We acquit.
You're acquitted. If the coat fits perfectly. Assuming you wear your coats. Assuming you wear your coats at a perfect cut. You get
I like my coats a little off. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that extra.
You like a little bit of room.
Yeah. I like it.
Look like you're wearing your dad's
Yeah, that's really who I'm doing this all for.
I thought you loved your mommy.
I love my mommy, but I'm trying to get my daddy. Mommy loves me. Daddy don't.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons I got banned from the radio.
I know your type.
Do you know why I got banned from the radio, Magarno?
Why did you get banned from the radio?
No, I thought you would know.
Yeah, because we clearly talked about this. I explained it thoroughly last show.
Did you?
I did.
I mean, you explained it a little bit.
I explained. There was one major thing I did, or there was something I did at a place.
It was a one big thing.
But it was a very specific place that only exists in Bristolburg.
Oh. You were in Bristolburg, huh?
Years ago.
Early 90s. Late 90s.
Push it on 2000.
Late 90s.
Because, remember I had all that evidence, or I had all that, post.
Oh, you still have it?
I still have it.
Back to 9/11. It always comes back to 9/11 around here.
Never forget.
That's true. Never forget. Okay, so you're not putting on the coat, right? You're not going to put it on.
I'll put it on.
All right, put it on.
But I just want everybody to know so many things about it.
What if McGarnagle puts on the coat?
I'd put on the coat. It ain't going to fit me.
Let's see. Why not? McGarnagle put on the coat.
All right, he's putting on the coat. He's
all
getting
right.
up. He's
taking off his cans.
Yeah, taking off. Putting on the.
It don't even go around.
It doesn't even go around.
It doesn't even go around.
Doesn't fit. Doesn't fit.
But wait a minute.
Listen,
why don't you take off that coat you're wearing already, and then put on that blazer?
I don't think you can take that coat off.
I don't ever take that coat off except when I go to bed.
That's right.
That's
except for when he goes to bed. Now you put on. Now you put on the coat.
Put on the coat.
Am I also given the freedom to have a coat on underneath?
No, you're not.
That's not a freedom that a guilty man is given. Guilty until proven innocent here in Bristolburg. He's putting it on. Okay, everybody, hold on. He's putting on the coat.
I'm putting on the coat.
He's putting it on.
It's over my right shoulder.
It's halfway on.
I'm searching for the left hand.
He's having a lot of trouble finding it.
Yeah.
Seems like he cannot find where the left arm is.
Because he's never put it on before.
He has never seen a coat like this before.
I've seen blue blazers before. Every time I
probably
go
to... Probably got pinstripes on him, how rich you are. Yeah. He's getting it on. He's getting that second one. Oh!
And it don't fit.
Well...
It's a little big.
It's very big.
It's a little big.
It's too close to tell.
I like him a little big. I like that room. Or was this your one piece of evidence?
I told you what the other evidence.
Because we've been talking about this for a long time.
Stop and I'll get more.
So yeah, this panned out weirdly. So you didn't kill him?
No, I killed him. Well, I didn't kill him.
Why
no, I didn't know.
He confessed right here.
I didn't.
It's on both tapes.
It's on the tape now.
We got an analog and digital.
Analog and digital. Yeah.
Yeah, I killed him. No, that's taken out of context.
Well, it's not out of context.
The context was, did you kill him?
And you just said, yeah.
I didn't kill. Listen, I didn't kill Buzz. Okay.
Who did you kill?
That's a good question.
Buzz's career.
Listen. Fine. Yes, I try to kill Buzz.
Here it comes. It's all coming.
I try to kill Buzz. Ever since we were children.
The truth always comes out.
Well, yeah, I mean, nag a guy for an hour and he's going to break.
That's it? An hour?
Just an hour. Just a little less than an hour.
That was not that long.
Yeah, well.
I've been putting up for Buzz for a long time.
Just go on. Yeah, see, I don't know. You're stronger willed than I, Miguelito. But I've been tired of Buzz since we were children, okay? He would taunt me and haze me. It was tough to sort of grow into my own. It wasn't until he left on one of his wild horse adventures where I finally got to pursue my own pursuits.
Horse or whores?
Horse.
Like multiple whores?
No, horses as in the nays.
Wait a minute.
The fillies.
With horses?
With horses.
He's having sex with horses.
You know what? I don't know.
Horse.
Several. I know there were several horses involved. I don't know what they did.
Horse.
I don't want to know what they
horse
did.
On horses?
Is that like a TV show you're pitching?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about
it.
it.
Horse on horses?
Horse. If you say it right. Horse.
Horse.
On horses.
On horses.
But you spell the horse with the W.
But that's not how you say horse.
Rich people.
I'm not rich. Am I?
Listen, you could be Miguelito.
I'm not.
There's still time. So I tied Buzz up.
Oh my God.
I went down.
It's all coming out now.
I've been. Don't interrupt.
Yeah, I've been trying. I tied up Buzz.
You tied up Buzz
several weeks ago. Yeah. Because I got banned from the radio, and it was.
Here it all comes. Here it all comes out.
Yeah. It was about to be my 10-year anniversary of being banned from.
Oh wow.
It was about to be my second 10-year anniversary from being banned.
Double tens. It's a good one.
Yeah. Almost like 2 towering tens. And I couldn't take it. And I knew Buzz was living my dream by being on the radio every week here at the Dom DeLuise studios with a trusty co-host and producer.
Sexy too.
Reaching nearly 2 handfuls of people a week on the airwaves.
Nearly.
Let's
not get that crazy though.
Reach for the skies. And it was killing me on the inside. So I decided, in the darkest of nights, to drive to Bristleburg.
Was it raining?
I don't know.
Yeah, so sprinkling.
Well, it was like raining hard and then not raining for a while and then like raining hard. It was just like always heavy, fat rain.
So were you feeling like, and then it stopped raining? You're feeling like maybe I don't have to do this.
Yeah, when it wasn't raining, my mood did definitely cheer up. I sort of got clarity.
Yeah.
And was like, what, do I really need to do this? And then it would rain again. I'm like, oh, I stay on task, friend.
That's how it happens. That is how it happens.
Yeah, it was very cinematic. I called up Buzz. I told him I was in town, and I told him I wanted to apologize for... Here's the thing. I told him I wanted to apologize for being such a jerk when we were kids, even though he was clearly the one who was a jerk all the time.
Whoa.
What was that?
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 Anyway, continue.
Okay. I thought that was relevant in some way.
I thought so too, but then nothing happened.
Okay. I thought it might have been Buzz or something.
Dude.
Opening a trap door. Wait a minute.
Buzz?
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 Hey, Miguel.
Is that Buzz?
Buzz, is that you? I don't know.
I think I hear Buzz.
I'm in the floorboards.
I'm pretty sure that... Oh, he got on the floorboards.
I'm in the floorboards.
Oh.
Buzz.
In the floorboards.
Classic. This is exactly what I've been talking about.
So wait. You were just admitting how you were going to go kill him, though.
I heard you.
I'm not done with the story.
All right, tell me more.
I was going to say, so I did come to Bristleburg on this on and off rainy day, and I called Buzz and told him to meet me. This is all true so far. And I told him
it's true so far. That's what Buzz just yelled.
That's what Buzz just yelled from underneath.
Buzz, I'm going to come get you after the show. We're still doing the show.
Okay, don't worry about it though. So I called Buzz and I told him to meet me because I wanted to apologize for being such a jerk. And Buzz is such a jerk. Even though I wasn't a jerk, he was going to come accept that apology. So we met over at the Lard Butts, that strip club.
I love that place. Went there when I was 6, last time I went out.
Oh, how weird.
That's very odd.
Yeah, did you go in?
Yeah, oh yeah. My mom worked there.
Oh, okay. Was she a DJ?
That's rude.
Is it? I thought I was trying to be respectful.
She's hot.
Yeah, you gotta be at least 5.
I know your mom was hot.
Super hot.
6 words.
Continue. This is not about me.
I'm sorry. So I told him to meet me at Lard Butts. And yes, I was going to tie him up. I was going to drive him over to the bottomless pit and chuck him and wait for a position to fill in the newspaper for this position.
I would have taken a newspaper ad out. That's how I do it, yeah.
But Buzz never showed up.
He didn't show up to Lard Butts? He's always going to Lard Butts.
I figured, let's meet at Lard Butts. I hear you like Lard Butts.
He doesn't actually. He goes to talk, just to talk.
Just to talk.
Actually, they kick him out because he talks too much. He doesn't pay for anything.
Oh, wow.
Gets kicked out once
Classic
a week.
Buzz.
Once a week.
Yeah, sometimes I just want to talk to the
Buzz,
lady.
shut up.
And he never showed up. So that's when I
don't miss
went.
him anymore. Now I don't wish he wasn't here.
Well, I mean, he's been here this whole time, apparently. He's been under the floorboards.
Yeah, well, I got to find him, too. There's a lot of floorboards.
Well, yeah, I'm still crawling around.
So you were going to kill Buzz. Well, we can't arrest you for that. This isn't Minority Report. So I guess you're off the hook.
This time.
Yeah. Did he do anything else?
But we'll keep our eyes on you.
Did he do anything else? You find anything else? Maybe these taxes he keeps telling everyone to do?
I could. You know what? I kind of feel sorry for him.
I do too. He's really
For me.
Actually, you actually kind of convinced me.
That
You're
what?
a really sad individual.
Yeah, you're sad, and you don't even have the balls to murder your cousin.
You don't even have the balls.
Listen, I would have murdered him, and I would have gotten away with it, too, if he would have showed up.
If I had been on the case, you had never gotten away with it, and you know it.
But I would have murdered him.
Here's the thing you don't know. Here's the thing you don't know.
What don't I know? Miguelito.
McGarnagle's been staking out lard butts for
What?
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
What?
Yeah, we knew this was coming.
We knew it.
Once Buzz got the call from Neil that he was going to lard butts, which I listened to every one of Buzz's calls. I have tapped in.
Miguelito told me all about it.
Buzz, don't worry about it. We'll figure it
What
out.
happened?
Buzz, we'll figure it out later. Listen, I listened to all of his phone calls. You called, and I knew this was trouble. Neil has always been jealous of Buzz.
It's obvious.
I called McGarnagle that moment, and I had him stake out lard butts for the entire 4 weeks. And yes, Buzz never showed up.
Yeah, he never showed up.
So actually, we knew you didn't do it.
Wait, then what have we done for the past hour?
We wanted to give you a hard time.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Miguelito said, hey, let's give him a hard time.
Yeah, let's give him a hard time. That's what I'm paying him for.
That's what he's
This
paying
is
me
good
for.
content,
So
though, right?
we figured we'd give you a hard time.
And we found Buzz.
And we
So,
found Buzz.
this is
So
how...
everything's good.
This is my swan song from the radio.
This is it.
This
Me
is it,
getting
you're
jerked
through.
off for an hour.
Interrogated. For
Whatever.
a crime we knew you didn't
That's
do.
right.
For a crime we knew you didn't do.
Just having a little fun.
You suck, Neil.
Buzz, shut up.
You've been doing
Wow.
Neil,
this
actually,
as long
you can
as
come
I
back
have, You
anytime.
gotta have a
You're
little
welcome
fun
back.
now and
I don't.
then.
Why would I ever? If this is what you do to friends,
No, you're welcome back anytime.
I don't know if I
little
would.
prank-
Just
little- hey,
joshing ya.
Little pranky poo. Little
A little
pranky poo.
Right?
Is that okay?
I'm gonna listen. I need to go. Okay, I need to go in my helicopter and just be alone for a little bit.
You have a helicopter?
Of course I do. I'm rich. I need to go hang out with Theo Epstein for a little bit.
Don't hang out with that guy.
Listen, us rich folks got to stick together. We're all we have. That and power and influence and money.
And,
Only those 4 things.
and blood transfusions every week,
Twice
twice a month.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the weather. When it's nicer, when it's humid out, you need less new blood.
Well, you can come back anytime. I'm sorry you're upset.
Yeah, just having a little fun.
Little crybaby.
Come over to Live Butts. We'll have a drink after the show.
Oh, you little crybaby.
That's obviously not me
That's
crying.
him crying right
That's
now.
not me.
him
Neil,
crying.
stop.
Don't let you cry, Neil. Neil, let you cry.
Stop crying, Neil.
How dare all of
Yeah,
you, okay?
on the air. You should be ashamed.
All right, everybody. Well, that was a great show. Thank you for listening. We will be back next time, hopefully with a caller. I mean, this would have been much better with some output, some input.
Yeah, maybe if we would
A
have,
little bit less output.
if I would have had an opportunity to have a real interview with someone, I would have intrigued people enough to
You had a real interview.
Yeah.
With the best cop who ever lived.
You should have seen your face when you put on
And
that
you
coat.
should be.
You should have seen your
We
face.
had so much fun with you.
I can't wait to talk to OJ about this.
Any last words, McGarnagle? Thanks for coming
If
on.
OJ had been my case, we would have gotten him too.
That's true. Probably true. Any last words, McGarnagle? Since thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. And thank you, Neil, for being such a great suspect.
Yeah, a real sucker. Oh, Neil, it's okay.
Okay.
Neil,
I'm going to go talk to OJ and Theo Epstein. We're going to go hang out. Okay.
All right, bye, everybody. Thanks so much for listening.
Bye, Neil.